Just works his way around. Toby Radford, the number 2 for Rosedale. Under a world of pressure there from the number 1 of Moorooduc and Casey Crabb. Radford calm under pressure, still with the ball. Puts a pass across. That man in Zach Vines, he'll go down. He can't quite handle it either. Still on the ground. Toby Radford can see it again, but Vines, Zach Vines, the number 3 for Moorooduc. He makes his way downfield. He has to link up with his number 1 in Casey Crabb. Vines, pass goes across, and Crabb, she won't miss it from there. First one on the scoreboard for the Moorooduc side, 1-0. 1-0 Moorooduc's way. Great bit of pressure there from the number 1 in Casey Crabb. Forces a turnover and good enough to convert down the other end. That's all right. Umpire Glenn Burns. Far side of the field, ball's in. Snap out line up there by Huey Radford. Radford, he makes his way downfield. Radford ducks under a swing, bounces, regathers, whistles on. Umpire Chris Franklin right on the job there. It's going to be a Rosedale ball from out in front, and that's all clear. Evens it up, 1 goal apiece in the B grade final. As they line up near side of the field. Umpire Franklin puts it in. It's down Moorooduc side. Who can see it? Vines can. Zach Vines, he goes down. He can't quite pick it up. But Peter Marriott now with the ball. On the baldy face horse. Peter Marriott, she makes her way downfield. Has to link up for number 1. She's met by the Rosedale defence and the Radfords. Marriott. Wants to make sure of this one. It's 1 goal apiece. Marriott ducks it behind Radford. Casey Crabb makes a nice little lead across. Pass goes across, straight in the racket of Crabb. Crabb met by the defence there. Pugula, good enough to unload her. Ball's on the ground, and it'll be that man in. Dan Pugula pick it up. Dan Pugula with the ball. Checks up nicely. The number 3 for Rosedale makes his way downfield. Pugula has to link up with Radford. Fullion and Radford now, they let the horses have their heads downfield. He won't miss from there, 2-1. 2-1 the scoreline, Rosedale's way.
Can you score for me for a tick while I've just got to duck around?
Yeah.
You are?
No, Corey is. We were meant to have a meeting for that.
Yeah, never happened.
No. Too busy. As they line up far side of the field, Umpire Burns calls him in. It's down Rosedale side. You can see it, that man in Dan Puglia now. He lets the black horse have its head downfield. Dan puts the pass across to Radford. Radford good enough to get it back. He's met by the defence there of Vines, but Radford around the back, and he puts that one straight through the goalpost. 3 plays 1. 3-1 Rosedale's way. Out to a nice little lead, early stages of the B grade final. Crabb and Radford up the front. Just waits for a straight line up now. Umpire Franklin ball's in. It's out the back. Who can see it? Vines can. Vines, Peter Marriott, but that lady in Casey Crabb. Crabb now with the ball. Passes it across to Vines. Vines met by the defence there of the young Radford there and Toby Radford. But Vines, he makes his way downfield. Zach Vines, the long arm. Just trying to link up with his number 1. Vines out of trouble. Puts a pass across. Casey Crabb good enough to get it now. Casey Crabb all the way from Western Australia. Ducks under the swinging racket there of Dan Puglia. But whistles on. Three goals to 1 Rosedale's way. Moorooduc need a little bit of ball. Early stages of the B grade final. Puglia takes a nice high ball forward to himself. Crab couldn't quite handle it. That be that man in Puglia again. Puglia with the ball. He's met by the Moorooduc defence. He's got one either side. Marriott good enough to unload him, but he's good enough to get it back. Dan Puglia now in a world of trouble there by the Moorooduc players. Puglia still making his way downfield. Puts a high ball up over the top to Radford. Radford goes down, gets it on the second attempt. Huey Radford played a lot of Polocrosse. Working his way around, has to get past Vines. Radford around the back, and that's all clear. 4-1. 4-1 Rosedale's way. First chucker of this B grade final. Time at the end of the first chucker. We've got a 4-1 scoreline. Yeah, sounds great. 4-1 as the second chuckers come out now for the Rosedale side. Rosedale's going to roll out. Blake Radford up the front. Jeff Klein in the middle. And Keely McGrath out the back for the Moorooduc side. Jeremy Marriott up the front. Tiff Sweet in the middle. And Ellie Davis out the back. Umpires Chris Franklin and Glenn Burns ready to get this game underway. We're in the second chucker of the B grade final. Radford and Marriott up the front. Time on the call. Waits for a straight line up, straight down by the twos. Who can see it now? Sweet Ken, Tiff Sweet. She goes down, picks it up. The number 2 for Moorooduc. She's met by the Rosedale defence there, and Sweet. Tiff Sweet with the ball. Ducks under a swing there from Radford, but it'll be the number 2 for Moorooduc. Tiff Sweet has to get down to the other end of the field. Sweet gets unloaded by the Rosedale number 1 there in Blake Radford, and he's good enough to pick it up. Radford now. Blake Radford bounces, regathers, and that's number 5. No, sorry, waved away. Elliot Davis doing a great job in defence. He's the number 3 for Moorooduc. It's going to be his ball from the 30-yard line. Avis takes a nice high ball forward to himself. Ellie Davis now. He makes his way downfield. Tiff Sweet rides a bit of shotgun for him as Avis left, right, has to link up with Marriott. Pass goes across, straight into the racket of Marriott. Jeremy Marriott now has to get past Keely McGrath. High ball up over the top, and that's no goal. Keely McGrath doing a great job in defence. The number 3 for Rosedale. As they set up to bring it back out, Radford makes a nice lead. High ball downfield. Who can see it? That man in Avis. The long armer, Elliot Avis now. The number 3 from Moorooduc. Met by the Rosedale defence there in Radford. Avis, pass goes across to Jeremy Marriott. Marriott, nice little left-hand wheel, but met by the defence there in Keely McGrath. Jeremy Marriott from the sideline, back in field. Ball still in play. It's come off the goalpost. Marriott and McGrath. They go to battle in the goal scoring area. McGrath wants to make sure of this one. They're 5-1 up. 5-1 Rosedale's way as McGrath brings it out of the goal scoring area, puts a pass across, straight in the racket of Radford. Blake Radford, he makes his way downfield. Radford, the goal thrower for Rosedale. Ducks under a swing there from Sweet. Radford just checks it up, lets his players grab a man as Blake Radford lets the horse have its head downfield. Bounces, regathers. Blake Radford. Left, right, Avis gets around the back, and that's all clear. 6 plays 1. 6-1 Rosedale's way. We're in the second chukker of the B grade final. Umpire Burns takes him to the far side of the field. Ball's in, it's right out the back. Who's got the better of the turns? It'll be that man in Avis. Avis goes down, but snuck under his nose. Then number 2 for Rosedale and Jeff Klein. Avis nearly unloads himself. What a get from Blake Radford, and Radford, no goal. Great bit of play. It'll be that man once again, and Elliot Avis to take it out. Avis works his way around. He's met by the Rosedale defence there, and Klein ducks under a swing there from Radford. Avis, Elliot Avis makes his way downfield. Has to link up with his number 1 once again, and Jeremy Marriott. Avis, pass goes across, straight in the racket of Marriott. Marriott trying to work his way around the number 3 in Keely McGrath, and Jeremy Marriott puts that one straight through the goalpost. That's just what Moorooduc needed. 6 plays 2. 6-2 Rosedale's way. 5-2 Rosedale's way. We're only in the second chuck of the B grade final. Umpire Chris Franklin just waits for a straight lineup. Ball's in, knocked down by the ones. Radford can see it. Ducks under a swing there from Marriott for his travels, but that'll be that man in Blake Radford. Radford takes him on stick side. Has to get past Avis, bounce up nicely. Blake Radford. Radford, left, right, round the back. That's up over the top, and that's all clear. Now it's 6 play 2. 6-2 Rosedale's way. As Glenn Burns takes him far side of the field. Ball's in, knocked down Rosedale's side. Who's going to be the first one to it? That man in Marriott, Jeremy Marriott, he flicks a long ball out the back to Elliot Avis. Avis now with the ball, makes his way downfield, long pass downfield to Jeremy Marriott, and Marriott puts that one straight through the goalpost. 3 plays 6, only 3 goals in this B grade final. And that's time at the end of the second chukker. First chuckers will come back out. Rosedale, I don't think they'll make a change. It's going to be Huey Radford up the front, Toby Radford in the middle, and Dan Pugler out the back. For the Moorooduc side, Casey Crabb up the front, Peter Marriott in the middle, and the young fella in Zach Vines out the back. Thank you. Next up on this field will be the A grade final, Sale versus Corio. As the first chuckers get ready to come back out, Rosedale versus Moorooduc, B grade final. Umpire Chris Franklin, he's ready to roll. We're in the third chukker of the B grade final. Time on the call, ball's in, it's out the back. Who can see it? Dan Polocrosse can. Peter Marriott goes down about Toby Radford, but they got the better of there. Peter Marriott still with the ball. Makes the way downfield, has to link up for number 1 in Casey Crabb. Marriott still with the ball. Dan Polocrosse doing a great job in defence, the same with Toby Radford. But Crabb makes a nice little lead, pass goes across. And now Casey Crabb, she goes to battle with Dan Polocrosse in the goal scoring area. Crabb works her way around. Casey Crabb now just checks up, just trying to find her way around. Left, right. Dan Polocrosse though equal to the task. Crabb around the back, side flick out, and that's all clear. Just what Moorooduc needed. They're back in the game. 6 plays. 4. Only 2 goals in this B grade final. We're in the third chukker. 6 plays 4, Rosedale's way. Umpire Glenn Burns takes him to the far side of the field. Ball's in, it's right out the back. Who's got the better of the turns? He saw it. Still on the ground. Marriott, Radford. Huey Radford got it. Got unloaded by Crabb. Still on the ground. Dan Polocrosse, he can't quite handle it. Peter Marriott goes down and picks it up. Then number 2 from Moorooduc. Peter Marriott now. She's got the ball in the racket. She's met by the Rosedale defence here in the Radford team. Marriott has to link up with Crabb. Peter Marriott now works her way around. Dan Polocrosse doing a great job in defence, but the pass goes across. Crabb can't quite handle it, still on the ground. Dan Polocrosse, he won't ride over that one. The number 3 for Rosedale, Dan Polocrosse. Working his way around. Dan Polocrosse now found a nice little gap, unkind bounce, and the sideline's going to beat them both. We'll wait for umpire Chris Franklin's call. Looks like it's going to be a Moorooduc ball just coming out of the racket there, Dan Polocrosse. From the spot, Casey Crabb takes a nice high ball forward to herself. She's going to go down, can't quite handle it, but the backhand pick up there of Radford. Huey Radford, he takes him on stick side now. Radford, 10-yard throw into the goal scoring area. The number 1 for Rosedale on the nice grey. Huey Radford works his way around, has to get past Zach Vines. No easy task, but Radford around the back, and that's all clear. 6 plays 4, Rosedale's way. They lead by 3. Halfway through the B grade final. 7 plays 4. Umpire Chris Franklin calls them in. Just waits for a straight line up now. Ball's in. Down by the 3s, who can see it? That man in Vines. He left it behind though. Then that man in Huey Radford won't. Radford with the ball. Heads downfield. Radford, nice 10-yard throw. Not a nice bounce. Still on the ground. They go down. Good pick up there from Huey Radford. Radford around the back. And that's all clear. 8 plays 4. They brought it out to 4 goals. B grade final. You want to commentate, did you? I gotta go get ready. Far side of the field, umpire Glenn Burns, he calls them in, ball's in, knocked down Rosedale's side. Who can see it? Toby Radford can. Radford, the 2 for Rosedale now. Toby Radford, he needs to make his way downfield. Toby Radford, the young fella. Met by the defence there of Moorooduc, good enough to get around him, has to link up with Dad. Radford, pass goes across, straight in the racket of Huey Radford. Radford, left, right, Vines, eagle the task, Huey Radford. He's working his way around now. Radford and Vines. Left, right, ducks under a swing there from Vines and puts that one straight through the goalpost. 9 plays 4. 9-4 is the scoreline. This is B grade final. Umpire Chris Franklin. Ball's in, out the back. Who's got the better of this one? It'll be that man and Huey Radford. Radford with the ball all by himself. Bounce, regathers, and he won't miss from there. 10 plays 4. Time off the call. Young Toby Radford's just going to fix his face guard. I'll get it, stop. I'll get it. Righto, they'll line up, far side of the field. Umpire Burns calls them in. Just waits for a straight line-up. Burns ball's in, it's right out the back. Vines can see it. Who's got the better of the turns? Vines, good get there from Zach Vines, gets unloaded, still on the ground, good enough to get it back. But Toby Radford comes through, unloads him now. Nice pass out in front. Huey Radford still on the ground. Huey Radford out in front. That's time. Time at the end of that chucker. What's the score?
Goal.
Don't know.
Sleep on the way, huh? Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Is there no room?
What's your score? 10-4. No, it's an F100 with a big back seat on it. I'm thinking on the way home, I'll just be able to sleep.
Someone's got to
It'll be
stay up.
fine.
I don't reckon Badger's. Someone needs to stay up and talk to him.
It won't be me.
He's gone for a kip.
Yeah.
Tommy sent you the Snapchat. He's in Tommy's bed.
Who's that?
He looks stuffed this morning playing.
He's just nice and shady, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. No, he'll probably sleep for 6 hours now until we go.
Righto, B grade final, top of the 4th, chucker. The Ducks versus Rosedale. The big Pale Mary pass went out to Jeremy Marriott, and the Ducks 5-1 back nice and early. As it was that man, Elliot Avis, who put out the long pass into his number 1. And the Ducks will pull one back. The Duck chucker of Jeremy Marriott, Tiff Sweet, and Elliot Avis. The Rosedale chucker of Blake Radford, Jeff Kine, and Keely McGrath. Ball's gone in, bounce off the threes. It'll sit there for the number 1 for Moorooduc in Jeremy Marriott. Marriott now riding the little bay pony. Finds a gap there, finds a space, heads for the 30-yard line. Bounce goes down. Hard pressed there by Jeff Kine, and he was unloaded. As the ball's gone groundward, and it'll go for that number 3, Keely. Keely McGrath puts a pass out to Blake Radford. Couldn't quite handle it, but good enough to regather and go again. So it's Blake Radford in controls. Jeremy Marriott looks for a chop of the cherry, but Blake Radford, where's that? Handled it nicely too, the young lad from Rosedale. Playing in the number 1 position this weekend, it's Blake Radford. Radford still in control as he ducks and dives and weaves. Got to get around his number 3 in Elliot Avis over the 30-yard line with a nice steady bounce. It's Blake Radford looking to put another one on the board for his side. In top left-hand corner of the area, leans out, has a shot. He was a fair way out too on that shot, and he put it straight through the middle of the sticks, and that'll bring us to a scoreline that reads 12 goals, plays 5. Thank you. So the umpire, Franklin, retrieves the ball. So midway through the 4th chukker. Ball's gone in, it's gone, bounce off the 3s, it's gone high and long, it'll sit there for Avis. Elliot Avis now, they're playing in the duck shirt. We've seen him in action earlier on, long pass went over the top, didn't really like it. Marriott's horse needed to be a couple of hands higher for that one, and it looks like Chris Franklin has called him for over the back line, I think, so therefore it'll be Keely McGrath, the number 3 from Rosedale. She takes a 10-yard throw. Bounce come up nicely for her, and she regathers down there, not far from the back line. Marriott lets her come out now. Bounce goes down. Kine bounce to it was. Marriott looking to get a chop of the cherry. Can't quite get there, though. He's got Jeff Kine doing his job, trying to make sure Tiff Sweet will stay out of the equation. So it's Keely McGrath still in control. As Blake Radford comes back to grab it. Nice little pass there, but whistle went on. And unfortunately for Keely, that umpire, Chris Franklin, was right there on the scene of the crime. And it'll be Jeremy Marriott. He'll take the 10-yard throw, lobs it straight into the area where he's only got one to deal with. Jeff Kine coming through. And umpires have awarded a free goal by the look of that one.
Coming through.
Okay, so it's a free goal, and the penalty has gone in the direction of the Ducks again, which I think a horse might have kicked it over the sideline when Elliot Davis couldn't regain possession on that one. So the ball's gone in, it'll be out the back. First off will be Jeff Kine on the spoil. Ball still on the ground. It'll sit there for Marriott. Yes, it will. Cops a bit of traffic congestion for his efforts. Lefts and rights, they're coming from everywhere as he ducks his little pony out of traffic. Turns around the back. Looks for that 30-yard line. Checks in and out. Lobs it into the area. Bounce come up for him too, as it's Jeremy Marriott in control. Gap opened up and he took it. So the Ducks will pull one back. 7 goals, plays 12. Seven goals, plays 12, mid to late way through the 4th chukker in the B grade final. Ball goes in, bounce off the 2s. It'll sit there for the 3s. Who it will? Yes, it's Keely McGrath. McGrath puts the pass out to Blake Radford, but didn't quite make it to him. It'll find its way into the racket of that number 1 in Jeremy Marriott. He winds a little polo pony out. He's got green shirts all around him, lefts and rights, and Jeff Kine, he's thrown it all at him, including a racket. And that'll be a free goal awarded to Rosedale. Moorooduc, sorry. Courtesy of a Rosedale player. He what?
Angus said Cody's got no common sense whatsoever.
Yeah, they say that. Well, Jeremy Marriott He's got that ball in centre field and right in the open goal, so that'll bring their goal line to 9 goals to the Ducks. 9 goals plays 12.
I'm not smart.
So that's the end of the fourth chukker. That's time and that's the end. So 9 goals plays 12. There's 3 goals in it. As the Ducks claw their way back. The next chukker for the Moorooduc side. They really need to work out a plan on how to shut this Rosedale section down. As Toby Radford mounts his trusty steed once again. Looking to grab that first snap straight out of the lineup. So after this game's finished in 2 chukkers time, we'll see the A-grade final. That'll be between Sale and Corio. I think the 2 Forbes boys will be umpiring that. And then after the A-grade final will be the final match for the day, and that'll be Australia versus New Zealand, where I think we'll see our current umpire Chris Franklin and Michael Jolly with the reins there.
Zach, when's the A-grade final?
After the B-grade final.
Well, I didn't read it on the job.
Yeah, common sense.
Ah, there we go.
No doubt we'll have Exhibit B straight up. Next time he opens his goal.
Did they call
Yeah.
how long you been playing Polocrosse?
6. This is my 6th year.
He's not going about to see very well, Carter.
You're a worry.
Told you I'm not smart. Don't pay attention either.
What grade are you in?
6.
You need to start paying a bit of attention, I think.
I know.
What are your plans for the future?
Okay, so the top of the 5th chukker in the B-grade final. We welcome back to the field for the Rosedale side. They're up by 3. Huey Radford, Toby Radford and Dan Pullier for the Ducks. We've had a swap around. Zachy Vines has gone up the front. Peter Marriott in the middle. And out the back is it Tennille Crab? Casey Crab. Casey Crab. So the ball was thrown in. And it's now in the goal scoring area for the Rosedale side. But Casey Crab got the better of Huey Radford there and was able to pick it up. Radford lets her come out. Tries to go the pass to Zach Vines, but Dan Pullier was right there. Casey Crab good enough to regather though. She looks in front, says, where's the number 1? Zachy caught up there. Dan Pullier gives her a bit of stick for her efforts, but it's Casey Crab still in control. Ducks behind. Huey Radford gets her on the sneaky one. It'll sit there for her. Yes, no, he's got it on the 2nd, 3rd. Nice bit of work there by Crab as she's in control. Riding the bay horse, checks up. Toby Radford unloaded. They've all had a go. So young Toby Radford on the little grey pony. Ducks around Dad. Nicely dodged there by Huey. As Toby Radford ducks around the pack. Looks to take on Zachy Vines. Thinks better of it though. At Toby Radford. Dan Pullier comes through to make it a one-on-one contest. But it's Radford. Gets his nose in front. Finds his old man. Pass went out. Nicely taken. Huey Radford cop 1, 2. And rode into the goals. That'll give Rosedale goal number 13. Unfortunately for Casey Crab.
We're going to talk about our Moorooduc team too, because Bryce and Jill might not bring.
It took all 3 of them, but they got her in the end. And Toby Radford bringing that ball down and delivering it to his old man. Ball's gone in, bounce out the back. Who will it be? Pulga. No, he didn't want it. He left it on the ground. Crab, Marriott, Vines. Radford. Radford picked it up. He wanted it. He looks up, finds a wall of ducks. But it's Radford as he looks to dance around Zach Vines. Peter Marriott comes through to lend a hand, turns his way out of trouble. Zach Vines looking to get a crop of the cherry. Radford, he loves it too as he looks for that 30-yard line. Bounce goes down, got an unkind one. Good enough to regather as he looks to do the dance with Casey Crabb. Rides around in front. And that'll be goal number 14 to the Rosedale side. The ones, the twos, they're there and snapped out of there. Toby Radford, he had it in his racket. No, Puglia comes through. Flicked out of his racket, though. We might have to go and see Graham Bennett down there. He's just beside the scorers and be able to sort him out with a new racket. So that means it'll be a Moorooduc ball from the spot where umpire Franklin says get away as Zach Vines takes a 10-yard throw, running into some heavy traffic. Good enough to hold on to it, though. Hard pressed by Huey Radford. He's on the hunt. Got to get around Puglia. Puts him on the non-racket side. Lays the bounce down. Now checks the chestnut pony up as it looks to take on the wood. But he ducks behind Puglia and rides straight into the goals. And the Ducks pull one back.
10-14.
So 10 goals, plays 14. We've only got the Ducks. They trail by 4 as we're mid to late through the 5th chukker. This could be the break that the Ducks needed. Ball's gone in and snapped up there by Huey Radford. Not what the Ducks needed. As he looks in front of him, he's got Moorooduc shirts all around, and Zach Vines comes through. And he's given him a serious bit of timber, but we'll wait on the umpire's call there. So Zach Vines might have been in the wrong place at the wrong time. So therefore, Huey Radford will take a free shot on goal right in front. We'll put it high over the top, and that'll be goal number 15. So she's gone back out to a five goal margin. Umpire Franklin puts the ball in. It bounced off the ones. It'll sit there for Peter Marriott. Marriott, hard pressed by Toby Radford. 1, 2. Can he get a third? No. He's unseated, though. Good enough to regather as it's Marriott. Peter Marriott on the baldy-faced pony. Puts Huey Radford on the non-racket side. Looks up, finds Zach Vines. Pass went out. Made it to Vines. And Vines sits in that top right-hand corner of the area. Hard pressed by Puglia. Looks to drive around the front with door slam shut by the number 3 for Rosedale. He waits for his opportunity, gets it now. And the Ducks pull one back, which will make it a 4-goal margin. And we've still got another chukker to go after this one. A quick one for the Ducks would be nice and handy right now. Give the next chucker something to move on to. As the ball's gone in, it's bounced off the 2s. Puglia, Bradford, Puglia, stummied it up. Marriott, Toby Radford. Toby Radford in playing in the number 2, puts it out to his old man in Huey. Couldn't quite make it. Ball's gone groundward. Toby says, don't worry, I've got it. As he looks up for his old man, finds him right there. Pass goes out. Nicely taken. He's already on the turn. And Huey Radford accepts it. Time has beaten him, so that's time. That's the end of the 5th chukker, and unless it's a playoff, ladies and gents, that's the last time you'll see him. We ride off at the bottom of the 5th, and we have Rosedale in front by 4 goals.
Sounds like
Usually, I would have thought he'd wait and watch the last game. She cracked it at me the other night.
who?
Jackie. I was talking to Dan and she was trying to. I'm not even finishing it. Was that on the live stream? Hope she's not watching the live stream. It wasn't, was it?
What's the damage, Chrissy?
What did you say on the live stream?
Can you blur that out, Albert?
So we've got an official score that reads 11 goals placed, 15. The Ducks, they're 4 goals down. As we welcome back to the field for the Ducks, Jeremy Marriott, Tiff Sweet and Elliot Avis. For the Rosedale, Blake Radford, Jeff Kine and Keely. What was that, Keely? McGrath. Keely McGrath. Ball went in. It looks like it's found in the racket of Blake Radford, I think it is down there. The number 1 for Rosedale. He comes up with it. Blakey Radford on the Bayos as he steps him around. Nice bit of cover work dropped there by McGrath. It's Blake Radford. Not too keen to take on the stick of Avis as he puts the 10-yard throw over to himself. Will it make it to him? No, he's hard pressed into that corner, and Elliot Avis just caught out on that stage. And it was too little too late, and that'll press this margin back out to 5 goals. 16 plays 11. Far side of the field with umpire Glenn Burns. Ball goes in and flicked down to the Duck side, but the first man on the scene will be Blake Radford, the number 1 for Rosedale. Bounce, trap, shoots, didn't even touch the bridle on his horse. Sent that pony all the way to the 30-yard line, and that was him. And that'll push him out to a 6-goal lead now in the last chukker. Scorer's end of the field. Umpire Franklin lines them up. Sends them all back. In goes the ball. It's bounced off the 2s and it's gone back. It's gone way back. It'll sit there for McGrath and the number 3. No, it won't. It'll sit there for the number 3 from the Ducks in Avis. Avis looks up, finds Marriott there. Puts a long Hail Mary pass out to Marriott. Marriott will sit there and pick the cherries, as they say. And he'll push it back to a 5-goal margin. So the Ducks managed to pull one back. Midway through the last chukker of the B-grade final. Next up will be the A-grade final between Sale and Corio. That'll be a good one to watch. The 2 Forbes brothers for umpire. Ball goes in, comes out the back. Avis with a backhand pickup. Was it a backhand pickup or was it a pass to the opposition? Blake Radford right there at the right place at the right time. Over the 30-yard line. Bounce went down. Hard pressed by Avis. Too good for him. And it was Blake Radford. Nice work there by the number 1.
I pretty much did what Ali just did then, except to my own team. Well, I did that to Joy. I learned that off Dad.
Practice that one at home, dear.
Scorer's end of the field. Umpire Franklin sends him back. Puts it in. It's gone out the back. It's gone way out the back. It'll sit there for Avis. No. Yes. Elliot Avis. He's picked it up. Cops a bit of stick from McGrath for his efforts. And it looks like a whistle has been blown. He might have been forced out over the sideline there by the look of umpire Glenn Burns. So that means it'll go in the direction of the number 1 for Rosedale in Blake Radford. Radford will take the 10-yard throw. Got an unkind bounce, and Jerry Murray says thank you very much as he heads down. Bounce, trap. He's all on his own. And that'll be goal number 13 for the Ducks. 13 plays 18. So Rosedale off to a good start. A confident start in the last chucker. Extensive lead as Elliot Avis has plucked one out the back, looks up, finds Marriott, puts it high over the top. The Ducks will pull another one back.
I'm just not even going to push that off. Go what?
So 14 goals, plays 18. There's 4 goals in it in favour of the Greens. Be in the late stages of their 6th chucker. They're 4 goals down. Franklin sends them back. It's down on the ground. Who can see it? Marriott. No, copped plenty for his efforts. Gone on the ground. Still there as he's won it again. It's that number 2 in Tiff Sweet. She come up with it. Sent it back into her number 3 in Elliot Avis. And carries the ball is the number 3 from Moorooduc. Looks up, finds Marriott. Hard pass. Marriott couldn't quite handle it. It's gone groundward. He'll be first onto it though as he wheels the little polo pony around. Out in front. There it is. Makes it 3 goals. As the time ticks away, they're only 3 goals down. Can I get 3 quick ones? In the late stages of this 6th chucker, ball's gone in. It's gone on the ground. Blake Radford said, no, it won't. That one will be mine. And he picks it up, cops a bit of stick off Marriott, breathing down his neck. He's got duck shirts all around him. Tangled up, and that's time, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together, because that's the last chucker that you're going to see here. The B grade final, the run-out winners, Rosedale.